What's going on? It's Noah here with Youngblood MMA, and we just wrapped up UFC Seattle Cejudo versus Song, and it was an almost perfect card. Dude, it was so hype. I was like, this is the best fight card, best fight night of the year, undoubtedly so. And I know it's been a couple days since I've been on here. I had a picks and predictions video lined up for this, and I just rage quitted. I was like, dude, 7 fights have been canceled. A couple of them were really good. And I just was like, dude, something fishy is going to go on with this card. Screw it, right? I still made my predictions. I still made my picks card. I'll have it somewhere on this video so you guys can see where my picks were. And this was such a huge disappointment. Like, what even happened? Like, what the hell, man? It totally broke my parlay. I was expecting the fight to go the distance. It did go the distance to a round 3 decision, which, dude, how's that even work with betting, bro? That doesn't make any sense. But basically, if you haven't seen it yet, Song Yadong poked Cejudo in the eye, and Cejudo, being Cejudo, took a whole 5 minutes to recover. He was looking a little bit slow in round 3. I think he had an idea. He was a little in over his head and was probably going to lose a 5-round decision. And, as good fighters go, they know the rules. And, if in a 5-round fight or a 3-round... Do they even do it in a 3-round fight? I've never seen this happen, just to be upfront. I've never seen this happen before. But apparently in a 5-round fight, if they finish the majority of the rounds of the fight, over half, then they can go to the judge's scorecard for a decision. But that's what happened. This is a main event. Like, you can't just be doing this. Would I have been more content if they went to, like, a no contest? I don't know. I was just really confused. I was really confused. Unanimous decision, which is actually, I thought Song Yadong would win either way, and I did say by split decision. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, which that was probably, the worst fight on the card? I don't know. I thought it was the worst fight on the card, for sure. The main event being the worst fight on the card is crazy. And I'll explain to you why, because I know you're already thinking about another fight that I might say is the worst fight on the card. And I didn't think it was the worst fight on the card. I was actually pretty amused. So, co-main event, we had Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. Absolute banger. Dude, this got the fight of the night. I was so excited. I picked Hernandez to win. I think I picked him to win by a KO in round 3. But I don't know why I went that route. I know I was picking him to win a decision because it was a 3-round fight. And I think somewhere down the road I got my wires crossed and thought it was a 5-rounder, which I would have paid money to see this as a 5-round fight. Who wouldn't? I mean, this was crazy. There were a lot of scrambles, a lot of exchanges, and a ton of reversals, like incredible wrestling. And you find out at the end that Anthony Hernandez was sick. Like, he just came off of antibiotics and stuff. But, dude, he looked good. This was their rematch. Hernandez is 2-0 against Brendan Allen, and I think he does deserve a top 10 guy, which is what he's asking for. Now, does he deserve a top 5 opponent? I'm not sure. I'd be curious to see how he does against Jared Cannonier. Or who's in the rankings right now? So we're going to pull up the rankings, and we're in middleweight. Yeah, book it. That's the one. He's fighting Jared Cannonier. That's what I want to see. Brendan Allen, he just lost. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He was ranked 9. Hernandez was 12. He'll probably be ranked number 10. And you know what? I don't really care at this point because he's not been performing like a top 10 contender should be performing. And I know he's been doing well. He's got a ton of submissions recently. And his last win was against Chris Curtis, which was I don't know, could have gone either way. I thought it was a split decision or something like that. But, dude, it's Chris Curtis. Dude, Anthony Hernandez would have subbed Chris Curtis easily. He would have ended that fight so quick. And then you got a catchweight bout, right? Rob Font versus Gene Matsumoto. And this went to split decision. Now, I thought it went to split decision. I thought it was a fair a fair judgment call in terms of picking Rob Font. It was very close. It gets really blurry in terms of round one because Rob Font literally went all caps in that first round. And I thought it was to his detriment. I thought he was going to gas out real quick, and turns out that that's not exactly what happened. It was a very close fight. It was a very close fight, and for someone unranked like Gene Matsumoto to do what he did to Rob Font, who's ranked number 9, dude, at 25 years old, this guy's a huge threat to the bantamweight division. Dude, I straight up followed him. I was like messaging him. I was like, bro, you're the man. Like you're gonna be the guy here soon, and I'm here for the ride. And was that catchweight too? It's 140-pound catchweight. I was very entertained. I was amused. And then we had Gene Silva versus Melsik Bagdasaryan, which went to a KO as I had predicted. And I knew the moment they started being all jovial and like having a fun little moment in the ring, I knew it was going down and Gene Silva was going to crack him in. And that's what he did, man. He had a beautiful combo, laid him out. The ref was just standing by, like, dude, Bagdasaryan was on his back, like, not doing anything, not defending himself. And Gene Silva's like, dude, you going to call it or not? And he's like, you're not going to call it. Went in for ground and pound. Dude, clip that. Clip that for Gene Silva. That guy is the man. He is him. I'm ready to see him in the featherweight division taking on a top 5 guy, man, at some point soon. I think he ought to be ranked. I think he completely deserves to have a ranking. I would die, dude, to have a title fight at featherweight between Gene Silva and Diego Lopez. And I know we formerly had Ilia Topuria. That would have been a really fun one because these guys are hard hitters in the 145 division. But the matchup between Gene Silva and Diego Lopez is so intriguing, man. I can't wait. I'm gonna see it someday. I will see it. I will live to see it, and it will happen. I'm gonna just manifest that, and hopefully the UFC gods will hear my cry for this matchup. So we also had Alonzo Menefield versus Julius Walker. Now this was the disappointment fight. I didn't think this was disappointing. I was entertained. Sometimes it's kind of fun watching these guys. They're super gassed out, and you're wondering what the hell's going to happen. Because here's the thing. When both guys are gassed out, their defenses go down as well because they don't cognitively have the ability to understand that their opponent can shoot off at any moment or that they're bluffing, So it all comes down to, okay, you're going to conserve your energy and then you're just going to fire off when their hands are down, they're defensively, not sound. And Julius Walker could have done a lot better. He was pretty rocky there with some of Alonzo's strikes, and it looked like he was going to get knocked out. But, man, the guy's got great recovery, dude. He's got that Jared Cannonier noggin, dude. Can just handle these shots and somehow not get KO'd, but he's wobbling around trying to make it happen. And it went to split decision. I thought that was fair. I thought Julius Walker did a lot better than a lot of people were expecting for him to. Wasn't he like... he was the favorite. I thought he was like... Right now it's showing plus 195. I think those were the live odds. But... which they really shouldn't change. I'd love to go back into the history of these and see what were the odds back in 2022 and so fought so-and-so. Like, they need to be doing that. But a lot of people were saying, hey, we need to cut Menefield and cut Walker from the UFC roster. No, dude, they just need a little bit of time. Well, Alonzo Menefield, he's getting a little old. But Julius Walker, he's going to be like, he'll be a dark horse. He'll be a dark horse at light heavyweight. I'm putting all my money on that. Like, yeah, he was pulling like a Mario Batista in the first round, like pushing him against the fence. But the guy had like pressure, had aggression. He had some really good shots on Alonzo Menefield. I thought he won the first round pretty clearly. And let's take a look at the prelims real quick. Huge shocker here between Ion Cutelaba and Ivo Aslan. I totally was like, dude, Ivo Aslan's going to get a knockout. Even if I was wrong, I would have thought Cutelaba would have knocked him out. Went in, he submitted him with an arm triangle choke. in the first round. So we had what, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven fights in a row. Every single prelim went to a finish in the first round. Okay, except for three of them. Yeah, three of them went to the second round. But we got to finish 7 finishes in a row. That's absolutely unheard of, man. Like, at this point, I was like, this is an A-plus card. This is going to be the best fight card of the year. And then it flopped. Dude, our main eventers just kind of, well, okay, Gene Silva and Anthony Hernandez were our honorary mentions here. I'd give Gene Silva performance of the night. And then we'll give these guys fight of the night. And these guys, they don't get anything, dude. I don't even want to see a rematch. Do we really want to see a rematch between the two? No, I don't want to see a rematch, dude. I don't want to see the rematch. Who cares? Like, that was going to happen anyways, whether it went 3 rounds or 5 rounds. And I'm actually looking forward to see what Dana White's going to say about that. Between that one and then the prelim fight between, it was, dude, the newest fight that got added to the card. It was like 4 days notice between Austin Vanderford and Nikolay Vertenikov. What's with these names, man? Dude, and this guy, dude, after he got TKO'd in round 2, pushed Austin Vanderford. They almost got into it. I think that the ref just needs to get out of it. All the people need to stand back and let him fight it out. They're in the octagon. Like, this guy already got his ass kicked. If he wants to push his luck, he can get his ass kicked the second time. Go for it. But we're not going to stand for bad sportsmanship like that. He should be cut. That's not okay. That's not what the UFC was founded on. Let's move on from this. But, well, okay, even if let's say he didn't get cut, like, we need to just let these guys fight it out. I want to see it happen. Let's go with the round 4, you know? Or round 3. Let's see round 3 happen right now. And then we'll say that Austin Vanderford got 2 wins on the same night. That never been happened before. First to ever do it. Yeah, dude. This guy, Eric Meconico, dude, I heard a story when he was coming out, and they were talking about how he's got 5 kids, and he got, like, given this UFC contract. And then they give him Ruziboev. Like, that's such a terrible first matchup in the UFC. And I knew the moment they announced it, this guy was going to get KO'd. And he did. I was pretty sad because, you know, all his small 5 children are all watching him. And he's on the ground and he gets KO'd, you know. Modestus did exactly what he was supposed to be doing. Ricky Simone blew my mind. I thought Basharat was going to get a win here. And he put Basharat to sleep. Dude, the guy's eyes were rolling in the back of his head. Dude, just like slept him with that shot. And then obviously Mansour Abdul Malik, you know, got his KO. We knew he was going to get a KO. Now it finished off live. Odds were negative 1350. Like, he's exactly who people think he is. And for a minute there, it looked like Nick Klein had some good moments in the grappling, and he was doing well. And it looked like maybe he was kind of checking Abdul Malik's reputation here in the UFC. Melkazel Costa, dude, submission. I saw that a mile away. I think, when was the last time he fought? Was it in Saudi Arabia or something? He fought in the summer 2024 and looked really good there. But that is going to wrap it up. I'm going to give this card, let's see. So if we were to score this card, right, we can give it a grade system or stars. What do you guys think? Or we can do 1 through 10. I'll give it a rating 1 through 10, right? So up until the prelims, it was a 10 out of 10. Then a 9 out of 10, 9.5. No, we'll still give it a 10. Well, okay. 8, 8.5. I'll give this an 8.75 out of 10. 8.75 out of 10 is the best I can do. And it would have been a 9.5. It would have been a 9.5 if you know, we got some good action between Cejudo and Yudong. You know, I think the way the fight was going, we could have seen a finish. I was watching it play out. I'm like, dude, I don't know if this is going to go 5 rounds. And guess what? It didn't go 5 rounds because Dude, stuff happens. Stuff happens. I don't like it. You don't like it. Um, I don't know. I don't know what to think, man. His eye looked red. I don't know. It's looking pretty clear to me. Look, he's got some pretty clear eyes. Um, no, but I mean, the guy's getting old. He's, what, 38 years old? I mean, the guy's a legend. He should have never come out of retirement. He screwed everything up, but um, that's how it goes sometimes, right? But that's the video for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like my video, subscribe to the channel for more UFC content from myself, Noah, here with Youngblood MMA, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks again.